because this is the Download Queue, episode 124, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to regularly scheduled programming, getting back into the swing of things after the past few weeks. Let's be honest, kind of shitty time to be a gamer, which is why we're taking the wheel, turning the ship around. We're celebrating shit today, looking back at 2026 so far, and we will be ranking and going through the games that have defined our year thus far. Over halfway already. July 18th. Doesn't feel like it. I don't like it because the cold's coming again. God, the year's already gone.
And I take cold. Like 90s for the next 10 days plus.
I'll take the 90s at this point.
Oh my god, no.
105s? Bro, it's melting over here.
Oh.
Not
okay,
good.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry, would not want it to be worse than 90, correct. I'll take 90 over 100, yes. I get 100, I think, 11 days from now, not 10. Yeah, it's okay. Weather's weather. Can't complain too much. But yeah, it's been weird with video games. Kind of been a time, but it's also been fun. Been like a solid week of Assassin's Creed. 48 hours and 30 minutes. Gold credits on that beast of a game. I'll talk more later, but
Nice.
fun time. Fun time.
Love to hear it. Is that what you've been up to? I feel like last week, since the marathon train has gone away, we haven't kept up as much, you know? Catch up on the Saturday, and that's about it. We don't got our daily coffee and tea and marathon, you know?
I know. Yeah, and we leave and we don't talk anymore.
Yeah. Damn you, Bungie.
Yeah. Sorry, I had the article for the marathon director up, and I was like, why do I have this up? We were talking before. He wasn't sad about that. Joseph Ziegler, he departed. He was the director for a while. Since the old guy left after he was fired for being nasty to employees. So for misconduct, he was fired. So Marathon's been in trouble from the beginning, my friend, and I forget that. But yeah, Marathon has a new game director, so we're feeling weird about that.
It's bad when you can't keep track of who was fired and which set of layoffs, you know?
Exactly.
Who left
that
when.
makes sense. I mean, Marathon needs a whole new direction, unfortunately. And the direction it was going didn't work, right? Anyways, that's something next week we'll talk about because they have a mid-season update and some new modes, Vault Breaker, the PvE mode type thing they add. So we'll see. But yeah, we haven't talked much. It's been a lot of just Assassin's Creed and doing that. I really have fallen in love with that game, and I could do a final quick little review because I've rolled credits on it now, and it's just good. It's like it is the new benchmark of how to do a remaster, remake, however you want to quantify how those games are labeled, because they all change. This one's a resynced, whatever that means. But it changes what it needs to change. It smooths out the rough edges, makes additions that feel good, but never steps on or erases what came before it, and makes it just improves upon it. And the recontextualization that happens because you take away the modern day stuff is so cool. I have one more mission for what they added in the modern day stuff yet, so I don't know how that ends, but just sticking with Edward the whole way through and not being forced to be ripped out and walk around an Abstergo office, it really changes these games. I think that's why I like Shadows as much. I think, I fell off of the series and I fell back in with Shadows and now Black Flag. I think a large part of that is pacing with the modern day stuff. So how do they do that? I don't know. It kind of feels a little Destiny-like, where you're finding audio tabs or just lore tabs that you have to read through. And I was like, that's not the worst way to do an Assassin's Creed modern day element, where you read through stuff. And I'm like reading emails. I'm like, whoa, what does that email mean? And I get another one. I'm like, oh, that's what it means. And I'm like, wow, it's catching me. I legit want to keep playing Black Flag, get all those data files to know what's going on modern day wise. So we'll see where that goes. But it's a great game. End credits roll. And we're not, this is before credits, but this classic scene, Edwards, he's waiting for someone on a ship. Anne starts singing a beautiful song. and Edward sees his daughter for the first time on the deck. I'm gonna pull it up behind me so you can see it. And it hit me, and I start crying. I'm sobbing on the couch. My wife's laughing, and she doesn't realize I'm sobbing. I'm like, no, I'm like crying over here because I don't know. I think it hit me for beating this game after 13 years, having a different context for me too. And I just cried. I don't know why. Something beautiful about this story. Edward. I don't know, man. I beat.
It's good. He likes it. Oh, your mic cut out. Where are you at?
Beating this. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm beating this game with a kid now, and now like Edward goes off doing whatever, and I don't know. It just got me. Simple recontextualization, not just for Edward, but for me. Yeah, I didn't realize how much this game sat with me. You know, this game was an end of an era for Assassin's Creed in a lot of ways. It kind of went to Syndicate was a lot of the same, but really different too. And then Unity and blah blah blah. It was an end of an era for me too back then. I think it was 8th grade going on high school or like in that era, and that was a very interesting time for Kyle. Yeah, just a lot of mental stuff going on, and not being in school a lot. And I think that just hit me, you know, all that, and just being like, wow, I've changed. And then like understanding Edward's story differently now, being in a different place, being like, man, he's just a guy who was just living life, doing what he wanted, trying to find something, and that something was himself. And then by the end, he looked around and been like, man, I didn't realize I was in the good old days when we were in them. Like, it's just a really good. Yeah, I see how you remake this game. I really do. They justified remaking it beyond just it's beautiful, it plays better. It's like, no, there's actually a really good story here. And yeah, and we'll see what they do next. We'll see what they do next, but this is a fantastic ending. And I was very caught off guard by tears. Did not think I would cry at the end of this game.
Yeah, I'm an Assassin's Creed and all thing.
Yeah, but it definitely is like just the time and then the resyncing.
Have you been supporting the effort? My feed online has gone from this game is amazing, we all love this remaster, to why is everyone taking pictures of feet? Why is everyone liking pictures of feet in Assassin's Creed? Have you been supporting the cause?
No, I mean, I saw that picture when it like had 10 likes, 20 likes, the big, now it's like up there.
Perfect.
In like the thousands. So, you know, people like what they like, and it's a meme too at this point of like, of course I'm going to like the feet pic, but which I did it. I'm just saying everyone does, but I just saw and moved on. No, I've been deep in the photo mode though. It is phenomenal. I went back to shadows. There could be a little more edits and options, but again, it's a remake, not a ground up rebuild. But yeah, the photo mode's so good. It's such a marketing tool, I think, to just give people the ability to take photos and show off how pretty your thing looks. Games need photo mode.
Is there still, if I remember right last week when we were talking, the new stuff they added, those missions.
Yeah, completed that.
Does that
fully did all the new stuff?
Does that line up with Hexy? Is that like actually setting stuff up, or is it just its own separate thing still?
It's not a direct line to it. It'd be interesting if that's later down the line reveal. And it's like, oh, I think they give Edward a straight up like villain to chase after this game.
Nice.
He has a choice and he does the better choice, but it leaves it very open ended. And it's like, oh, okay. And then again, like we know in the original game, someone else survives, and I'm like, oh, you guys really could do a sequel. And then I'll say it, there's no NDA on a nice little player survey. Did you enjoy your time with Assassin's Creed Black Flag? That end of the survey was a lot of questions about where would you like to see a story go if we told more Edward, a prequel, maritime folklore story, stuff like that, you know? So they're looking. Ubisoft is in a weird spot. We know Hexy's coming. A lot of rumors about that have dropped. It sounds really interesting. It's supposed to be attaching to the Auditory, the Ezio family, which would be hell yeah. Give us some German witchy motifs with the Ezio theme. laid in. Oh, dude, Assassin's Creed music is peak. Woodkid's rendition of Leave Her Johnny that goes into the Assassin's Creed thing back into Leave Her Johnny. Oh, Assassin's Creed has the music, but I doubt it connects, but I could see a sequel to Black Flag. I really can. Yeah, we'll see though. The studio's not working on anything directly right now. They laid off people. I think it's UB Barcelona, UB Spain is striking because 51 people were laid off. Most of the people doing the underwater levels, which are cool. In addition, fuck that they're getting rid of them. Sad. We'll see.
Those are the times. Assassin's Creed is so back.
Survive.
They're survive. They're fine. They will be fine.
I know, they sold 3 million copies sold. They'll be okay. This saved them for the time being.
They're a handful of studios, maybe not. Proper. They're fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Glad to hear it. We'll get more into Assassin's Creed here later on, and more pirates. That's not the only one we'll be covering today. As mentioned, today on the download queue each and every Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here at twitch.tv/downloadq. Not Badlands Backlogs, that's old. /downloadq. You can join us as we record the latest episode, covering the latest news, topics, discussions, conversation, whatever we feel like talking about. Join in the chat. Give us your comments on Twitch or YouTube as we break down the latest news. But today, we will be covering ranking. I have crafted a tier list to cover, relook back, and celebrate the games that have defined the first half of 2026 for us. Jumping into here, Kyle, we need to have a discussion about the tier list. If we need to add, move, change anything, as I plop it up on screen here. Make sure everything's formatted right. Need to move it? Nope. Right now, we have 5 categories, which if we think we need to change, let me know. We have, starting at top, must play. Again, these aren't games that fully came out this year. That's not the point of this. Stuff that we played that deserves some attention. Underneath that, sooner than later. Get to it soon. Don't need to drop everything you're doing, but we really like it. Get on it. Underneath that, backlogged. Save it. Don't need to get to it. Save it for his downtime. If you're not in the GTA 6 train later this year like I will be, play it then. Nothing else is coming out except Barbie. Play Barbie. Under that, skippable. I didn't want to be fully like, this shit's ass, but probably not for everyone. Probably something that you won't get enjoyment out of after spending hard-earned money. And I added a 5th one just now as we were talking, because I was looking at the list, and the bottom one is, you actually can't play this right now, never mind. Which...
I was like, what game would even go in that category? And you're right, there is one. So
there is one. So we have a special category just for that, because that's how this year is gone. Came out, you're gone.
Hey, by the end of it, there might be more in that list.
That's
okay. I like it. I like those categories. Yeah, I think it's a good conversation. This is just to talk about anyway. So
yeah. Going through my memory, going through the files, locking in, we have 9, 15, 18, 20, 24, 27 titles in the lineup, which a lot of these are me. I have 17 games completed, so like my list I obviously have on here. Some crossover with you.
I have not gotten close to that number of games beaten either this year, so.
So I feel it's going to be coming down to not a defending, but making a case for the other person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
Which I feel like that's where it's going to end. So, to kick us off, we got to start with it's at the bottom of the list. You actually can't play this right now, never mind. Kicking off 2026 hard. High guard. Came and went.
What? Sorry.
Oh.
I said Kiln. I was throwing Kiln under there. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
You can also throw Marathon under there. By the end of the year, we'll see. I don't think Kiln would get shut down. Their servers are fine. Yeah, man, that's crazy, right? Like we just joked about it before. There is one game you can never play now, High Guard. It's just, it's one of those games that we'll all forget about, but remember. It's crazy that we had a Concord 2.0 as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy that there was another Concord, that a game came out when like weeks later. This one wasn't weeks. It was month, almost months, right? It lasted longer, but yeah, no, it's just multiplayer games, man. Hard to do. So you didn't miss much if you didn't play it, unfortunately.
Do you think we will have another one added into this category by the end of the year?
End of the year, I don't know. No, I don't think a big game by the end of the year. No, unless like economy and industry gets really, really worse, which I mean, it totally could. We're heading that way. No, I think we're okay for the year with especially the games we have on there. And I don't play enough other games like that I can know about.
You think Fair Games is safe for PlayStation?
We just don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
I think until we see it, like, I think it has to be more co-op experience than PvP experience. And if that was what it was going for from the beginning, I think it's okay. But if it's not, I just don't think people want a PvP experience at the core. I think it seems like people want to work together more so than fight. And PvP is still fun. People like it, but you gotta have more cooperative based stuff, like games that just let you do that, or just fuck around like Mecha Chameleon, which we'll talk about.
That's the hotness. Next up, as I randomly move some of these around just to mix it up instead of alphabetical order, Kirby Air Riders. You played last year, made your top 10 list last year. I finished very early in the year. I think like that first week of January, I finished it off.
Yeah.
How are you feeling on Kirby after 6 months beating it? Have you returned to it at all? Do you still have same thoughts you had top 10? Because I am still very low on this. Since rolling credits, since beating the roguelike mode one time, I have not replayed this at all or even looked at it twice.
Yeah, I haven't replayed it. I expect when my daughter gets a little older, maybe actually turns 3 next month, which is crazy. I can see once that happens, we get back into it. I still love it. It is a nostalgia thing for me as well. But when you just get into it, it's just a fun time. The city trial, it's a 5-minute mode. You can just do the thing, and then have a good time. So I think I feel the same. I would say if I would putting it on, I think it's a backlog thing. Because I don't think you have to play it sooner than later. I think you can play it later, and that's okay. But I do think there's purpose to play it.
I agree. With where the Switch 2 is right now, it's still
$70 is hard for it, unfortunately. $70 for that, unfortunately, is hard to sell people on. I think it would be hard to be like, yeah, unless you played the original.
Just like the Nintendo part of it, right? Like you could say that for most Nintendo games. You look at Mario Tennis, Splatoon Raiders. I look at that and I'm like, I can't spend full price on that for what it is. Like I think that's just part of the territory when you buy into the Switch, buy into the Nintendo console, and what you're expecting out of it. You know they don't go on sale. You know they don't discount their shit. Like that's just part of the territory.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard. Pricing, I don't pricing video games and justifying your price is not something I want to have as my job, because well, this game's this. Well, this game's this. They have 8 hours. They have 40 hours. Like, how do you what? Like it's almost like how the government said it's porn. You just know it when you see it. You know, you just know a $70 game when you see it. You know a $50 game when you see it. You know a $40 game when you see it. I think Kirby isn't that. Mario Kart World isn't an $80 game until they had the free DLC that I still think they're doing for everyone so they don't split the player base. But they won't say that. Why?
Been over a year, Nintendo. What's going on?
Just tell people. Just say. But that's what makes me like, damn, they're not doing that. They're going to charge $20 for a DLC pack.
That's weird stuff. I'm concerned about what they saw with like the response to that game and what changed in the back end. Like that stuff was there. The credits were there with the proof of things happening that still have not happened.
Yeah, no, I think, I think people just wanted way more out of the open world and they were caught off guard a little bit. And I think maybe they went back to the hope is they're on the drawing board and making Mario Kart Horizon. You know, they're like, fine, we'll let you make custom races. We'll let you go around the open world and find people. Fine. Like, coping hard for Nintendo there.
That was our original hope. I remember talking about that before the
know.
Switch 2 came out. Like, that was our expectations of like wanting this to happen. And they kind of dabbled in the past.
Yeah.
Was it last week or the week before? They did an update and added in like 3 or 4 new course layouts to go through for whatever it is. Like, they're doing stuff. It's just not new content, you know?
Yeah, no, I would have predicted when it came out a month after, we would have got like by this point, we would have known what DLC is and that it's free. That would have been my opinion, my headcanon, but there's silence, so whatever.
Characters, skins, nothing even for the Mario movie. Like, nothing even around that.
Nothing.
Come on, Nintendo.
They fucked up. They messed up. They're like, oh no.
Let us market for you. Next one.
Do they have a photo mode in that game? Never touched it.
Gotta get to. Oh, it's Nintendo photo mode. It's my type of photo mode when I hop in, where it's just like you hit the one button. That's it. You don't get all these
And
buttons.
there's your photo.
You don't get 10 pages of options.
The best part. Anyways, yeah, backlogged. Kirby Air Riders. We were talking about Mario Kart, but
Same thing. Next up on the list, I moved it up because I have yet to talk about it with you on the show. We started a little late today, mostly because we forgot it was Saturday, but because I am actively in the process of like final conversations before rolling credits for the second playthrough of Persona 5, a game that I played when it first came to Game Pass years ago, dropped at a hard boss, came back when it returned, fell in love, rolled credits, immediately started a second playthrough. I am finishing the second playthrough with 100%, unlocked my last achievement earlier, right before we started as well, at like 99 hours for the 2 playthroughs, and I cannot praise what this game is enough. I am just defaultly putting it into a must play. With the topic of Persona 6 finally being unveiled at the Xbox June showcase, I feel like now is a great time for people even remotely interested in the series to jump in. Not even with Persona 5, but with 3 getting its remake, 4 getting its remake coming out next year. Time is now. These games are fantastic pieces of turn-based RPG life sim, which we've talked about enough. You have your day-to-day structure after school. You can talk to friends, make bonds, get buffs, get boosts by interacting with people, making friendships, choosing who you want to spend time with, and that changes your overall story and outcome in different ways. But the effort and care that go into all the individual characters and stories, this second playthrough, I made it a point to, I had the most golden path, perfect playthrough I could have had. Every single confidant in this game, I am maxed out friendships with. We are homies. Team in the street, we're dapping up. Like, I had the best possible outcome I could have. And it's just so rewarding the way you get done. The little tidbits of story they give you, the little interactions your characters have, the little buffs and upgrades and characters evolving that it gives you from putting time and effort into these NPCs that student kids, one of them's your teacher you could date, which is kind of weird. You're hanging out with this ex-yaku who's a guy who runs a gun shop, probably shouldn't be doing that, but it's so wonderful. It is a great entry point for JRPG people, I would say, if you're interested in getting into the genre. Difficulty is not that hard. Most of the difficulty comes from battles being endurance based, where you're just fighting to stay alive, or one character is designated to be a heal bot to get the other ones through the fight. Like, that is the extent of the difficulty. Outside of the one boss, look up guides for that. It's fucked. I hate it. Terrible time. But love Persona 5. Love Persona 5 Royale. Content they added in is great for the most part. Some of it does feel dragged on and completely unnecessary, but they need to make the day-to-day cycle still work. But most of the Royale content, I was honestly skipping most of the days because there was nothing for me to do at that point. So good. Love it. Great music, great art, great sauce. Top 5 moment of all time for me in gaming. Posted on Threads. Even seeing it in the second
Crazy.
playthrough, I'm like, this shit still hits so fucking hard. I'm sitting with a smile on my face. I'm like, this is sick.
Crazy.
25. Must
Yeah.
play. Are you at all, with 6 coming out with me playing 5, are you at all interested in getting back into 3? Because you did start that.
I know it's $26 on sale right now, but I was like, eh. I don't know if the school stuff does it for me. So I have Metaphor Refantasio, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Ooh.
Like updates later. Just got Black Flag done. Looking for something else. Halo ain't gonna do it for me. Holy shit. Sidebar, I've fooled so much on Halo. I'm just like, I don't care. I actually don't want to play this.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see. So I have time. We'll hop in, but I doubt we're gonna do a whole campaign playthrough. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe don't lay off your staff and I'll feel differently. I don't know. I don't know if that's the sole reason it finally hit me. They're just remaking the first game. I don't know, man. I just like,
But
it's
Kyle,
Halo,
if you
huh?
don't put more time and effort into it, more people are going to get laid off.
Oh, it's not on me, man. Don't put that on
One
me, the consumer.
one
or
person
one
can change the
executive's
world.
dumbass decisions. You're right. I'm gonna recycle this can and stop global warming. Forests won't burn anymore because of me.
Perfect. Only you can
God
prevent
damn,
forest
dude.
fires. You're in California. Come the fuck on. Your forest
Yeah.
fires, Kyle.
Yeah, it sucks. And now Minnesota's on fire, and then
Well,
Canada's on
Canada's
fire,
on fire.
and then I can't blame Canada. How dare they put the smoke on us? Keep your smoke to yourself, Canada.
It's rightfully deserved. You know,
Man, we're going on tangents now.
it's fine. Next up on the list, very fast, Costume Quest. One I beat earlier this year because I looked at it, realized I didn't roll credits, went back, got my 100% achievement, did a full replay through because my cloud saves did not transfer over because I didn't trust the man in Big Brother back on the 360 days. Skippable. It sucks. I love Double Fine. This was early Double Fine experimenting with arcade, smaller experiences. Combat's very repetitive. Story is kind of forgettable. Second one's way better. And it got a TV series on Amazon, I believe, at one point. Go watch that instead. It's here. It's Costume Quest. I mean, it's fine. It's Double Fine.
Is this something they could return to now that they're independent, or is this like probably a done IP? Is this something that could be revisited? I know this is the first one, but the second one.
Yeah, I would like it to, but I fear it would be much of the same. If it was under Microsoft still, to have the funds to change the combat, to make it more flashy, to make it more in-depth than one attack and one magic skill for each character, like, it's just very, very bland.
Interesting.
I love
They
it.
make other questions for Kiln about Double Fine.
Yeah,
more topical there.
It'll be there. Kyle, Assassin's Creed. I feel like I know where I'm putting it. Any last thoughts before putting it in must play?
I don't think I would say it's a must play though.
Woo!
I'd say sooner than later, just because it's an old game, and I don't think Assassin's Creed are for everyone, and I there's a lot of that hinges on the naval gameplay. I think that is still, it could still be a critique of the Assassin's Creed game, that I think 75 to 80% of stuff is based on naval combat and progression specifically. That could be a knock for it, but no, I would just recommend it that get to it sooner than later. And then if you're interested in the series and you haven't played it, this is like a sooner than later most must play.
Fair enough.
I think I'm gonna be a little too hard on the must play name. I might change it, but I do have must play games. It's not like anything's in there.
Yeah. And Roger. First one I beat this year off of your recommendation. I think it was on sale on Switch 2. Played it in 2 nights. Cried like a baby.
Yeah.
Personally,
same.
As much as I love it, it's between a backlogged it's between a backlogged and skip. Because I don't think it's a game for everybody. And I feel like if you tell people to go play it, a lot of people it's not going to hit for, or they're not going to put the effort or time into it. that it requires to like fully respect and understand, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think it's quick enough. I get. Oh yeah, I get. I get what you're saying. Yeah. For me, I feel the same, but it's sooner than later or backlogged because I don't think it's skippable. I don't. I wouldn't say you can skip it as a blanket statement, but Pete might not be down for this game, and I might be. Yeah, Pete, don't play this game. You know, pardon, Pete. Go to your drive your sports cars, Pete. Don't play Aaron Rodgers. It's okay. You won't get it. So I think, yeah, not everything's for everyone, but I think this still would be something I say you should try. I think I would say you should try it to more people than I would say, you could skip it. I think it is a hard game to play. It's short. It's very simple in gameplay, but stuff it brings up, yeah, I haven't sobbed at a game like this one. It just really puts you in a thing and makes you think about stuff. Yeah. So it'd be sooner than later a backlog. So I think for us, it's backlogged.
Meet in the middle.
We're meeting in the middle there.
Right.
Yeah, it comes with some weight. Or like heaviness, not heat.
Next up.
When the hell did you play Banjo-Kazooie?
Serious?
I don't remember this.
Oh my god, I went through Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Next up on the list, another one I looked at and realized I never rolled credits on this, even though I was in the final world. Went back again, had to start an entirely new playthrough because I didn't trust the big man overlord of cloud saves back in the day. Beat it, did the DLC, 100% of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's hard to talk about, right? Like, this was the return to Banjo. This was what everyone was waiting on. And then they saw what the final product was. And it very much felt like Rare wanted to do this weird car mechanic and building and crafting and sort of Robloxy freedom to design and build thing. But they didn't trust it enough. So they threw the Banjo IP on top of it. Which, like, it in business sense makes sense. It pissed the real long-term Banjo fans off. But I don't think, especially revisiting it now, it does a lot of stuff that if it released today, I feel would be a hit. It has this level of creativity and openness and, hey, here's a mission where you need to protect this person while they're trying to get from point A to B, or they're collecting things in a museum. Do whatever you want to do with that information. You want to build a cage that wraps around them, that you slowly like hover over them, protecting them. You want to build this all-out tank with 20 guns and weapons on it to do hard defense for them, or do you want to build like a speedy thing to zoom around faster? Like, it doesn't limit your creativity and gives you so many options of what to do. But I feel like those things could be done better now. And I feel like those things are being done in Minecraft. I feel like those things are being done in Roblox. I feel like those things are being done in the numerous friend slop games that are coming out now. Like, it feels ahead of its time for being a 360 game and trying to present itself as something it's not. But for that, I put it in skippable again. Just because there is so many other things doing it better. But back then, I wish it got the respect and attention that it probably rightfully deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know, I've never touched or played any of these games, Banjo games. Crazy.
Daughter's Turning 3. You know what a good kid game is? Banjo.
Exactly, yeah. Little platformer.
It's on Xbox.
That's the kind of the joy of older games right now, is they are kind of more simple at times, you know, and they teach you better. So that's cool. I wonder, like, with Xbox now, like, if Banjo is realistically, does it have a chance of coming back at all? The Minecraft, you bring up Minecraft. I was like, does Banjo do stuff in Minecraft with them committing to Minecraft? Like, does Minecraft become a Fortnite style thing in terms of IP going into it? I know it does have it a little bit, but up that a little more, you know? Can you make Banjo levels in Minecraft, right? Like Halo levels in Minecraft. Like, I'm like, what? You know, they're reinvesting into Minecraft. We'll see. You said had Minecraft elements. I was like, oh no, I see. They want to reinvest into Minecraft. Maybe that's a way to do it. Make it, I mean, make it Robloxy. Let people make stuff, and putting your IP could be a way into that. Yeah.
They've experimented with it. I'm pretty sure there is a Banjo skin in. They did the Halo full like level set and costumes already, skins in Minecraft. Like,
oh yeah,
the pieces are there.
They just look like Minecraft though, right? It's just like the texture. I'm saying like assets, like a pelican is in there, right? Banjo level. I don't know what things they collect and such. Like the ability to make little games.
They did. They actually did that too. Take you back to Xbox One. Project Spark.
Oh, okay. That's not in Minecraft. I thought you said they did that in Minecraft. But
they did the same
Spark
thing.
Was awesome.
They had Conquer in there, and like, we just got to make our own game. It's like a smack in the face to fans, but like, they've experimented with it. It can return.
That'd be crazy.
Make your own shit, nerds.
We bought Media Molecule. We're making Dreams too.
Make your own dreams.
For Xbox. The Microsoft Dream. Oh God, that's such a corporate sounding like platform for like creators to make games on your stuff. Anyways, take us to the next one.
Kyle, hit me with Cairn. Next up in the list.
Must play.
Cairn,
a climbing game. You play as Ava. Your goal is to climb Mount Kami, and through that journey, you get little tidbits of what's going on with Ava, or how she's running away from stuff at home. There's some stuff going on. But your goal is to climb the mountain. She meets people on the climb. She talks. It's just a beautiful story. And by the end of it, music swells. It's just beautiful. The mechanics are awesome. It's each limb you control one by one, and you just kind of climb up. It feels awesome. It's a little goofy at times too, which adds some fun to it. Bugs and glitches that happen are like silly, goofy ones. Nothing game breaking, at least for me. This is highly recommend, and I think a must play for me. Free DLC coming out in August as well. Can't wait for that. It's just I just think about this game often, and I excited that they're doing DLC so I can replay it and get some more climbing in, because it just feels good. It's fun, and I think that payoff at the end, the narrative stuff, it leaves you with a question, and I think it's just a really good question to leave people with. And it's like, yeah, you had a thing you wanted to do, and you did something with the game, and I like that.
It's obviously, you've talked about it to high heaven every chance you can here, and like, in love with it. The more I see about it on Thread specifically, and like you responding to people playing it for the first time throughout the year, like, I feel like it needs to move up on my list. It needs to be like something I put in the chamber, like October, December.
You need to play it before the end of the
10.
year. Yeah. Yes. I think you should play it before the end of the year for sure.
Yeah. I will make that commitment, because it's the more time goes on, like, thoughts have not changed, the feelings behind it have not changed. More people are coming across it. Give it a chance.
If anything, my thoughts are getting stronger. the more I get away from it. So yeah, it'll go on sale in a little bit, no matter like. Oh wait, whoa! My browser just said it's on sale for 15, but on Steam it's 30. So you can find it on sale at some point.
Damn it, AI browser.
Ain't a full. No, I'm on Opera, not an AI browser. I don't think it's AI. Don't do that to me.
Oh.
Anyways,
a game that
must play.
A game that I have lessened feelings on over time since it's come out. Topia. One of the big smash hits on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, wherever when it first came out this year. Everyone was on the memes. Everyone loved the Ditto for a time being. Nintendo store in San Francisco was fully Dittotized when this came out. And now, months removed, I mentioned it a few weeks ago, I think, that I'm still playing it, still working through. I am still every other night or so putting in an hour and a half, just at this point, mindlessly grinding resources to get final builds done for credits.
Yeah.
Just like, God, again, I wish this ended 20 hours ago. Ditto has been stretched entirely too thin. And even the thought of DLC has no hype introduced to me.
Yeah. I feel very similarly. It just is. It's just too much, too much game, too much chores, and I'm playing other things. So my wife just picked it back up as I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed, and it's been been asked like, how do you do this? What do you do? Like, did you do this? I'm like, I don't remember anything. Like, I think I finished the beach town, and then that was it. I fell off hard after that because marathon came out.
Yep.
But yeah, I just looking at it, it's just I said it at the time when I stopped playing it first. It's just I know it's a chore and it's going to take a commitment to get back to it, and I don't know if I'll do that. So we'll see. We'll see.
We talked about it when it came out.
Where did you put it? Oh,
we talked about it when it came out and what we think they're going to do with Animal Crossing now. I hope they've learned what really hit with this and what doesn't. Because that whole social aspect being essentially taken out in very bare bones in this is the charm in the core, I think, to Animal Crossing now that lets it succeed. Because the one conversation you could do with people after you first get them and the very limited copy-paste timed events they've done, which I think we're at like 4 or 5 now, where it's just the exact same thing you did before with a new special Pokemon. You can get like... It just, Animal Crossing has that sense of life and a lived-in world that Pokopia is missing. Ties into the story really well in a way, but that's just not what I want more of.
Yeah, it's interesting. How much of a live service game do you really want to make it? Because that's what we're talking about, right? I don't think Animal Crossing or Pokopia are live service games at all. But if you're going to make it more multiplayer focus based, more update like event, then you're like, are you just going live servicey? Is it a single player game and then live service, kind of like a GTA and then GTA Online? Like, I don't know. We'll see. It's very fascinating thinking about what the next Animal Crossing would be. Knowing all the multiplayer issues that happened during COVID that people persisted through, getting post Pokopia. I'm more excited for Animal Crossing now. If they can learn from all this stuff and learn from all the cozy genres.
Which maybe that's what they're trying to do. Hey, we got your money from Pokopia, but now you're super excited for Animal Crossing, so you'll definitely be there day one. Double dip that cash.
I mean, yeah, and you take it. Yeah, Pokopia can be one thing while Animal Crossing's another. But they're both genres. Both genres?
They're both genres.
Anyways, yeah, Pokopia. This is a backlog / skippable for me. That's kind of where I am. I think I lean towards skippable just because like I would be like, there's a lot to the game, and if you don't want to manage a shit ton and like think time into like you're not gonna like it, so skip it. But
yeah, I'm okay there. I feel it's good for a Nintendo console. Like if you have a Switch 2, I think you should play it. Like check it out because there's still not too much first party stuff there. But your enjoyment of it, I feel, is very dependent on either Pokemon history or if you're...
This is going to piss people off.
First surface level without getting the context, hell yeah.
It's like fine until you get to skippable and you're like, what?
Yeah. Watch me put kill in must play. No,
it's a sooner than later because you're not going to... It might not be a later.
Killed up next. Double Fine ×2 on this list. Still playing it. I hop in every now and then. I haven't touched it since
we last played.
Yeah, I haven't touched it in months. Like level 36, 37. Like I am slowly still working through unlocking things. It is a very dead game. It is very rapidly hit the point even after when we last played of your lobby is mostly bots with bot names and like 1 or 2 actual people in there. It sucks, especially with what just happened with Double Fine. I called it last year when they announced this shit, but
yeah,
here we are.
I just think there's just not enough co-op in the game. I think it's just a straightforward make your pottery and then fight. I think if there was more like do these things together, I get you have to fill the water and take out the kiln, but if there were more, I just think that's where people are heading towards. We want to work together and maybe fight each other, not just fight each other. So this game was clearly like 70-75% the pottery and then the brawler after that. Super cool. I hope this isn't like doom and gloom for them, but yeah, I fell off hard on this game. There's no interest in going back, unfortunately. Literally, it's a sooner than later because it might not be around. They could, but if they're filling it with bots, maybe it's safe. So I put this under skippable.
It sucks because they had their roadmap They had their first month of like every week new free stuff, new maps, new cosmetics, all this stuff. And they were, hey, after that, we're bringing out a new game mode. And then all the shit at Xbox happened. So it's like, are we even going to get the new game mode now to give this a chance to continue to survive at all? Or is this purely going to be, hey, we're keeping it up because one or two people may be dumping money in for microtransactions to help us give us funding as we figure out what we do next?
Yeah, I wonder how much it cost. Like, at some point, the servers are going to be too costly to do, and it'll just become an offline game, and you can invite people in, and then you could play like that way, but you're not going to be able to like matchmake online. And we'll see. Hope for the best. I think the studio is fine overall, but
They've been
Yeah.
independent before. They can do it again.
and somehow after Keeper and Kiln, not saying those are good games, but like critically not great. I still think they're kind of in a better spot somehow. I think they just proved something with these two games. And like business wise, you're like, oh, that didn't work, but it's not a knock on the studio. I don't know. They're very interesting. The goodwill that studio has and just the vibe of them.
I hope now that they're independent, because it kind of stopped after Xbox, and even Xbox was hesitant about it at the start. I hope they hook back up with the studio who did their documentaries on their last game releases, just to cover this time period. The immediate aftermath, what the next project looks like, how do we get back on our feet? Like, I hope something comes of that, because it's such, not even good television, but fascinating to get that sort of insight to these stories that are doom and gloomed.
Yeah. So do you think we get new IP? Do you think they revisit something with their next thing? Do you think where do you think Double Fine is now?
I would
jump on real quick.
I would hope that they were at least starting a Psychonauts 3 or something Psychonauts before they got laid off. Xbox is giving them funding, helping them in their road, like runway, whatever, for the next project. I hope that's enough to help them get through that, because that would be the safest bet for them. They knew and found out what made 2 such a success. A Game of the Year contender at the Game Awards. My Game of the Year that year, like, it was a success in a level they have not really had before. So I would hope that they can double down on that and make it a financial success with the next outing.
I gotta go to Psychonauts too. I should play that.
Definitely should. I started it on PlayStation 5 again a little bit ago, play with a girlfriend.
We'll see. We'll see.
Next up.
Yeah, for you.
Something
got a lot of games on here.
17. Something I'm putting in backlogged. Vampire Crawlers. Sister game to Vampire Survivors. If you're aware of that, you know what this is. It is that in a first-person card battling system. It is very much following the same trajectory. It obviously has not gotten that sort of cult success that Vampire Survivors did, but it is following the same, hey, we got a bunch of free content updates, new characters, new cards, new maps, new this and new that, with larger paid expansions down the road. That they had everything from Among Us to Castlevania to whatever. Like, they branched out into every IP they could to just make Vampire Survivors this weird hodgepodge of things. And if they can follow that same path with Crawlers, definitely worth checking out. I wouldn't put it in a sooner than later just because it is the type of game that I would classify as like a cooldown game. I don't think it's something you're going to sit down and play 4 or 5 hours of on your Saturday, but end of the night, hop on, do a run or two, learn the different amalgamations of this character working with this card style. How do I get these blue cards to interact with these gold ones for a double and combos? And it's a slow burn sort of game that I feel you could play throughout the entire year and still have the same amount of enjoyment for it without having to golden path it to the end like I did.
Nice. Yeah.
On Game Pass. Another one out of my list real fast. Crypt Custodian. Backlogged. loved this for what it was. I wish there was more of it. Kyle's next game, Vault Dwellers, coming out later this year. Demo is available on Steam right now. Check it out. For being a solo dev and how much people always love to boast about one team projects, this is one of the best, I would say. But it shows its cracks being one team project. It's not fully as solid as a Stardew Valley. It's not feature complete, and every little edge neat tidied up and kept to the highest standard. It shows its errors, it shows its flaws, it shows where it kind of put their development towards. And I hope Vault Dweller changes that around. Very excited for it being a Metroidvania, different sort of style.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what to jump into the next one. I kind of want to make that a thing there.
Do it. Get on it. Ghost of Divas. Kyle, you started it. I've rolled credits, beaten it. Where are you after that first play session?
Yeah, no, I got a little longer into it, but yeah, it's just the gameplay just doesn't click as well, so it's a skippable for me. I really do like the games that can just expose me to different cultures and ethnicities and experiences are stuff I really like about video games, and that's what it does. The whole cooking aspects is just, I love food, I love cooking, so getting new food, new types of food is really cool, and that's at the core of this game. And I think like that's an awesome thing, but unfortunately it just misses the mark on gameplay and story and everything meshing together well. It doesn't, the ingredients don't come to make a great meal, it just makes a good one that you can skip, unfortunately.
I fully agree. Again, very excited for this. I feel a lot of what I said with Crypt Custodian, as far as it being a small team and what they're trying to do, could be said here, but in reverse. I feel Thirsty Suitors was a better experience overall entirely in almost every way compared to this. What they've tried to expand upon, what they tried to build at and change doesn't really land ever, which sucks. Hope they do good. I still want to see more projects from them. They have the pieces that are there to make something really special. This just was not the path. The RPG open world exploration was not the path.
Yeah.
Well, another old one. Kyle, Uncharted 1. Have you played?
Never. No, I haven't played. I have not played any of the Uncharted's. My closest thing would have been the new Tomb Raider, the most recent Tomb Raider, the 3. That was the most Unchartedness I've played. But you went back and played this one.
Went back, played on the PS3. None of the remastered stuff. Because I like going back. I'm still working GTA 5. Could have been on this list if I beat it, Kyle, but it's not.
This one say you still have GTA 5.
I did
I'm about to replay that and beat it before you're done with it.
I got through the heist on the docks with the submarine. I did all that. Wherever that puts me. So that was a bad time.
I haven't played that in years.
Damn. Uncharted 1. I will be 100% honest. I am putting in skippable without even thinking about it. I do not feel this game aged well at all. Again, PS3 game, old as shit at this point, 2 generations behind. Controls are bad. The new Tomb Raiders, I feel, are a better experience, and what this game's trying to do as far as gameplay and exploration and climbing, like all that is done better in the Tomb Raiders. Play those instead. Probably have a better time. I would like to get back.
If we're gonna get a remake of these,
I would be curious, because that's the next thing. Like, I want to go back to 2, 3, and 4, but yeah.
Yeah, I could see PlayStation doing that. That seems not like the craziest decision, just to kind of get back on your feet, make some money. Especially if you're saying it just doesn't age well. You know, people really talk highly of this series, but yeah, that's interesting. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Blue Point's gone now. Who's going to do it?
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
No, that's the thing. Like, 2 is the one everyone loves, and I want to like experience that dump and see if it still hits. Like, if that massive change to 2 is still worth experiencing and checking out without nostalgia glasses, but that'll be clearly up to if I have time or not.
Okay.
Find your words. Happy. one we both played, very short sitting, fitting in that and Roger range of like 2 hours.
Yeah. It's free, completely free. Yeah, Find Your Words was a game jam game that came out. Strong enough thing to say, do this in 6 months. Took a little longer. It's not. It's something that would be specific people with kids, maybe, especially if your kids are struggling to talk language. Maybe they are more quiet. Maybe they are using gestures to communicate more so than words. I think this is a game that can serve, be a tool and a resource in that regard as well. So I think it's a must play in that regard. But for the blanket person, it's not, right. It's not. So it's very interesting. I think it's similar to Anne Roger, where these games can serve as therapeutic tools and discussion pieces, as well as a game to play. So I really adore Find Your Words. I think it's just, like I've been saying, it just teaches me, shows me that I can, or that games can be so much more than just entertainment. They actually can be entertaining and helpful in so many ways. So I can't recommend it enough, but it has to be in the specific circumstance for Find Your Word. So I don't know where I put it.
I feel like there's a lot of the arguments, like you said, can be mixed with and Roger. I feel like it needs to go side by side. Like,
yeah,
making that argument for those artsy, more thought-provoking things it's a hard sell for a lot of people and general people coming through.
Yeah, I think the term backlogged here is it doesn't work with these, but saying sooner than later is kind of hard to. But it's semantics. This is conversation.
Game you can get a lot of conversation in. A game I could have a lot of conversations about. The Alters, going right up at top.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite
Must
game.
play.
Even with how much I love Persona 5, this is probably my favorite game of the year. It just dropped, I think it was last week or it's this Tuesday, the DLC expansion for it that adds an extra 20 hours of shit to do, which is wild because that's a game in and of itself. Just masterclass. From gameplay to dialogue to story, character development, the choices you make still set in my mind. I catch myself at work thinking about the stuff I've decided and like, fuck, was that the right thing to do type thing still? And it's been months since it came out. Can't rave enough about it, can't celebrate it enough. It is severely overlooked in every way, and the DLC is in the backlog with every other DLC I have to jump into that is waiting on. What a game. What a time. Jan Dolsky, my boy.
I gotta get back to it, but I don't know if I will. Got to a point where I think I lost. I died, and I had to like redo stuff, and a big enough chunk where it was like, ugh. And then I just haven't gone back.
Yeah, that's fair. But to that point, difficulty and options you could do, like you could speed through the actual gameplay, resource collecting and stuff. Like those options are there to tweak it if it looks like a daunting task. You can really go in and fine tune how you want your experience to go. So
cool. Maybe I'll see you on.
Get it in. Final Fantasy VII Remake. You and Hannah finished it this year.
Yes.
Where's it going?
Oh, man. I think this game is a hard one to quantify because it is a PS4, Xbox One, heck, whatever that series, like game. You feel that at times. It's a bunch of hallways with cones in the middle. So you look, there's stuff going on in the environment. No, it's just a hallway with shit in the way. But the story is really good. So it's weird because it's also part one and it's incomplete. You get to the end, you're like, you don't really complete anything. It's just such a handoff, and you're like, that was the final fight. Yeah, but no, there's so much more. So it's weird. I would put this sooner than later. I think you should play this sooner than later, especially if you're interested at all in the series, in 7. do it before Revelation comes out next year. Get on board. Rebirth is out right now. It's on sale for the next couple of days on Xbox if you're interested. Yeah, I would put this as a sooner than later, especially with all the additions. To make it easier to get through, you can have auto everything on, full health, full energy bar, and you can just one shot everything. It's super silly, but if you really just wanted the story, you can go in settings and really make it easy. I think it's also interesting just to see how far we've come in games too. It is fascinating to see a game from, I think it was like the tail end of the generation, right? This one, or was it like
Yeah.
it was like tail end. So like it's cool to see that and just see how different things are. Like I was saying, the open world are just like hallways, and like it's like remembering, oh yeah, some games were just doing like a lot of physics based stuff where, oh, I could run into a cone, I could run into this bar and like knock it over, and now I'm pushing, like, oh, that was next gen, look at all the assets you can move. It's of its time for sure, but it's really interesting as well. So I think it's sooner than later.
It was 6 months before PS5 came out in 2020.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a swan song almost of the gen. Just like, look what we did, look what we could have do. The next gen.
I would agree. Sooner than later, it is something I started, got about a quarter of the way through, before returning to it years later to finally beat and wrap up. I had my issues with it. The gameplay didn't quite meld with me, but for what it's doing in that journey across these 3 releases this year more than ever before the 3rd one comes out next year, like, you have a runway, you have a path, knock them out. I'm still personally working through Rebirth, which I would put below remake at this point, but there. I'm going working through. Going on my own journey with Cloud.
Yeah, we have Yuffie's story. We got like 30 minutes in, and then my wife fell asleep, so we still have to like start that and play it. Once we do that, we got Rebirth on the docket, and yeah, just got to do that before Revelation. So, man, I'm about to be in a Final Fantasy hole for a little bit.
Perfect.
Rebirth scares me, but that'll be next time.
It's a Ubisoft-ass Final Fantasy game.
I do love Ubisoft games, though.
You do.
So maybe this one is amazing to me. Maybe
you have had too much at this point.
Maybe. Can there be too much for me, though?
Can there be too much?
Yes.
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. One of my earlier completions of the year, 100%. As much as I love the series, Yakuza has become one of my favorite series. Ryugo Gotoku has become one of my favorite studios in recent years, this generation especially, being introduced to the series. I would still sadly put this skippable. It is a fine time, but out of all the ones I have personally played so far, this feels the most reused asset-y, feels the most side gamey, feels the most, we're putting this out to kind of have a buffer in between major projects. A lot of the care isn't here, a lot of the extra voice work and attention to details and stuff that you would usually look for aren't here. And even the story suffers from it. It doesn't hit as much. The twists and turns aren't that much. The emotional storytelling isn't quite there, which sucks. It's a fine game. It's still Yakuza. If you like the older Yakuzas before they turned into the RPG games, still worth a try, but don't expect to be blown away, I would say. Forza Horizon 6. I'll say right now, because of the type of game it is, I'll put it in sooner than later. I know I am higher up on it than you. You have slowly kind of fallen off since we played it, came out, that initial burst of excitement and energy. Where are you at with Forza?
Okay, I got all but 3 achievements, and they're all time-based.
Yeah.
And the promotion truck, I just haven't won. I didn't fall off. I beat the game. I beat Forza. I did everything you can except multiplayer stuff. Forza is phenomenal. I can't argue and say it's a must-play, though, because it is. It just, you know it when you see it. And that game is play it sooner than later. It's a racing game. If you're down for it, it is awesome. What am I saying? It's a must play. It's the best racing game. No. Stop that. It is.
Yeah.
It is a must play. It is the quintessential. You talked me out of it somehow. You got in my head. You said I didn't like it as much. No, it is.
damn it,
It
this is
is the
great.
racing game. Like, I think if it is beautiful, oh my god, is it stunning? And it's awesome. I think you can. There's hours and hours and hours of stuff, and I don't think you need to play and drive all 600 cars and such. You get your vehicles what you want and you're good to go. And when the race says you need to get this, you don't have the right one, you look through, you buy the one. Oh, I like this GMC truck, I'm gonna get this for this race, and boom, you're good to go for a couple races now. Like, it just is as simple or as complex as you want it to be. The accessibility options, the driving assist and all that stuff, the visuals, the customization, the online free roam, the horse building, like, it is the quintessential racing game. To me, it is a must play because it's just that good. It is the best game, one of the best racing games. The next one, if it's the same, oh yeah, you might mess. Yeah. But this one still does enough to me where it sets it apart and makes it a must play.
That's fair.
How about you though? Yeah.
I was between the two. I wanted to at least do Sooner Than Later, just because this is one of the ones that wait too long, 2-3 years down the line, may not be there anymore. We've seen that with other Forza Horizons where they're out of the store due to music licensing. All this weird shit going on. So it's like, it does feel like it's a time gated thing to get into it now. It is still, the online is popping. If you hop on, races are instant almost. All the modes are full. Like, people are still daily in on this.
Yeah.
It still has that community. The sales for it at the start are hard to ignore. Like, this was probably Xbox's biggest release for the year, I would imagine, and that's without it not even being on PlayStation 5 yet. So if you're still on that console, it is still coming down the road somewhere, time, shape, and form. We'll see. Yeah, I'm happy with them.
I'm excited to see what DLC is. That'll be fun. When that is.
Marathon. The elephant in the room. The one we have both gone back and forth on so much. Where to begin?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just great. It's in a crazy spot because I think it's the business and everything around it that is what's so weird and unsure and yeah, about Marathon too. And then the game, you're like, it is what it is, right? It is one of the best extraction shooters ever made. It is deep Bungie lore, deep Bungie world building, deep art design from Bungie, layered story, like environmental storytelling throughout. It is Bungie, right? But it's not what the market wanted. It's not what the market wants. It's not what players want. We fall off I have not jumped back into it in a casual sense because I know what it takes of me. So at night, I gotta choose to play Marathon, not just chill out and play Marathon. There's just not that option in the game yet. It's in a weird state. I know Bungie with Destiny and how fast they can turn it around. Destiny Vanilla, the Destiny Taken King is different games and different experiences. That's where Destiny came alive. And Bungie have a Taken King? I don't know. They laid off the studio. The game director's gone. Is that a good thing? Because now we'll have different focus and different. Who knows? We don't know. And before I would say, yeah, just give them time. We're past that now. It is. I don't know. It is a sooner than later because it might not be around. It is a backlog because there's no desire to play it until the end of the season when people don't care about their shit anymore and they're helpful. It is skippable because it's hard to get into because it's so intense. And you actually can't play this because it might shut down before the end of the year. And it is a must play because Bungie doesn't fuck around when they make shooters and when they do world building and when they do story-based stuff and when the OLS all together. It is an exceptional experience. So Marathon, you are everything, and I worry and love you.
It's so hard because, like I said, we've both gone through the journey of in love to stepping away to coming back to trying out. Like, it's like going through the signs of grief with Marathon right now, and like where you land, and does launches experience change your thoughts on it 2 months in? Just looking back at that through rose tinted goggles, change how you feel about it now. It's an experience of a game that, as good as it is, as great as Bungie is with their gunplay and shooting and weird world building in the back end that you may or may not pay attention to, the concept of Marathon and how it presents itself, the presentation and everything around it, I still feel is too abstract for people to latch onto. It's, I don't know, I would do sooner than later, just because, like you said, if it'll be here, but like, if you get into it and you get into the rotation and rhythm and moment to moment gameplay that we talked about and raved about so much, like, it does become that must play of this is peak, and you have a squad fully communicating with each other and planning shit out, or I'm just running ahead of my squad because I do what I want. Like, still blends and works so well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. I think it's also, it could be under its own category of
Marathon.
later than sooner, because the next update, it's like if you were like, Kyle, should I play Marathon this week? I'd be like, oh, wait till next week, because they're adding a mid-season update. They have a new PvE mode, so like more people will hop in. Just wait. Like, it's one of those games too where it's going to be different in next week. It's going to be different next season. Oh my God, next season is so much is riding on next season because this season it did not work. It did not. There wasn't enough added, and people just didn't vibe with it overall. Dropped so many numbers. So, man, just sooner than later. And I'm intrigued. I'm excited for next week, man. That Vault Breaker, you get to go into cryo, your squad only, and you do the roguelite. It's just a roguelite. We'll see. Yeah, sooner than later for Marathon.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Lots of complicated stuff there.
It's like the scientific experiment of 2026, trying to dissect every move, how you feel about it, and the steps it takes. Next up,
I have no idea what this next game is. I can't tell.
No idea. Another one I played, Mini Shoot Adventures. Game Pass title that I stumbled across. Looked cool. Art style caught my eye. This is a top-down old school Legend of Zelda game mixed with a bullet hell. You are a tiny spaceship going up against hordes of bullets, fighting weird creatures and aliens and other alien spaceships with the Legend of Zelda puzzle style exploration. Drop a bomb in this wall that may lead to a secret path, or if you jump over this ledge here, it'll take you to a new part of the map or a shortcut. Got that sort of level design and thought behind where things are placed, while having this really tight, controlling, gliding ship combat. Because it's a top down, you're not controlling the ship like a Star Fox. You are looking straight down, so you're almost like a hockey puck the way you slide around, and it can bank your turns and go around corners and dodge bullets while going through, at times, like, not pixel perfect, but so close-knit, tight bullet waves to survive and just slowly be chunking health down on these enemies and bosses. Great time. Loved it. Very few issues with it, where some of the times of like where to go next isn't super clear the way the game's designed. So I was like, I don't know where to go. How do I progress the story? Or it'll be like, this door opened up in this part of the map that you've never seen before, so you have no idea where to start even trying to like work your way towards. But outside of that, gameplay of it's so good. The story is really fun. There's no dialogue. They're just ships, and they'll send you a little emoji, but like, find a little family of spaceships that have a little house together, and just weird shit. Came out, I think, like 2 years ago. It's not a new thing, but it is very fun. Definitely something to put in the backlog if you have Game Pass, something to check out. I believe my gameplay was 9 to 12 hours, so not that long. And even with it being a bullet hell, it's not kick your teeth in Dark Souls style. Like,
Yeah.
it is forgiving in what it does.
Yeah, this thing has crazy reviews. Like it doesn't have a lot of reviews.
Yep.
But like not a lot of people reviewed it, but it's like 8, 9s, and 10s across the board. Game Informer gave it a 9.3 out of 10. IGN Italy gave it 8.5, and then the rest I don't recognize. So it only like nothing crazy, but I opened up more. Not like IGN proper didn't do it, you know. But it has really good reviews. I was surprised to look at it. It's like 10 out of 10 on Steam. 9 Open Critic, it's a 93 or 86. Sorry, I read the wrong one. That's crazy. Out of nowhere.
Very good. Like I said, Game Pass, check it out. Very short time. Music's good too. Just chill and vibe. I have it on the background. My console goes to like sleep mode. Very fun.
Yes.
Mouse
Tell me
PI.
about the Mickey Mouse game.
Mickey Mouse game. Something I thought coming in I would put in skippable. I still think it's worth playing. I feel looking at it and people playing it, enjoying it, a lot of my issues came from playing it on the Switch too. As far as graphic issues and performance, stuff like that. Community around it has been really great. There is a whole team of people who are doing a full mod conversion of this online where it's in color and like old retro color Disney style, like offering a new way to play and experience it, doing a lot of fun things with it. Selling really well. They're up on updates and tweaks and adjustments and listening to player feedback. Like they're doing all they can to make this game a success. And it's fun. It is first person Doom without the hectic chaos and layers of gameplay, but still being solid when it does. So nothing to be rushing out to, nothing that you'd look at and be like, this is ass. But have it downloaded, have it on the side, check it out. Play it in batches, I would recommend. It is a very long experience. It feels long if you stick with it for short periods. So stretch it out a couple nights a week, do it that way. But next up, I think just to me, pretty sure it's just to me, Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah, I haven't touched that.
Right into skippable. The memes exist. People had their issues. This had one of the most batshit wild endings to a Pokemon game I have ever experienced, and I'm not quite sure why it happened the way it did. It felt like it was part of a Persona mission, actually. Like the ending of Persona 5 feels more leveled and in world than the ending of Legends ZA did. I did not play the previous Legends game, so the change to the open world combat they did not really hit for me. I still found myself spending a lot of time just shiny hunting aimlessly to pass the time because I didn't want to do the main quest because it was go in this battle zone, fight 10 to 15 people to get the points you need, go fight the boss, go to the next battle zone, fight people you need to get points, go beat the boss. Like, so mindlessly repetitive with no change, and bosses being just infinite health sponges that you're not really having to like strategize around. It just was not fun. Did not enjoy.
Bummer.
Last one. Another questionable one. Another one that has been in the spotlight for the year. Mixtape. Both beat it. 100% it on my end.
Oh, wow.
I liked it. I loved it. I mean, I loved it. It was great. It's like I said the first time we talked about it. This is one that is like Dispatch, where in my house we're still quoting memes and quotes from this, and half the songs are in our playlist now, and it has become of like our 2026 in review, essentially just being the type of game it is, the moments it induces. It's another hard one to place.
Yeah, I think it's hard because like, or it's not hard. I think it is a must play because I think it is like the game that is so accessible. I think a lot of ages can quote play it, at least sit down and watch it and not be like, I'm just watching a game, you know? But I also, if you don't vibe with the music, I think a lot rides on that. So if you didn't grow up listening to that music, you might just be like, all right, whatever. It's a game for white people in the 80s.
White People Simulator.
It is that, right? And that's fine. That is what it is. It's still really, really good. So I think it's a sooner than later. I think it does come with some caveats that aren't I don't think they would deter a lot of people, but
It doesn't have that same sort of barrier to entry, barrier to understanding that End Roger and Find Your Words does. Like, it is a more accessible artsy game in that way, I feel. So yeah, sooner than later. Above those for that reason, for its openness and ability to jump in and fully immediately understand what you're doing, what the game's trying to do, and not it to be something more than it's not. It is very, here's the little section you're doing this thing, here's your 2 buttons you have, here's the next section, here's your 3 buttons you have for this. It's not a mind-bending, thoughtful deep dive to
no.
anything. So
yeah, and if the content wasn't what it is, it's not R-rated stuff, but I wouldn't say it's for kids most of the time. You would have to you would need to use discretion, and if your kid would be cool with this and at a certain age, right? But I think a lot of the mechanics, the way music is used and how it flow together, I think that is really good for people who don't know how to play games and can help people learn how to play and teach them, and softly oh, this is how I use a stick, and this is what the left stick is usually for. This is how to move the camera up and down as I'm flying through a field, right? Things like that teach people how to play. So I think there's purpose to that.
That was our last game, Kyle, but not our last discussion.
Oh,
now
no.
that we've placed all of these,
I'm done talking with you.
He's off to not play Marathon with me anymore. No, now that we've placed all these, we've talked about where some stuff belongs and shouldn't for XYZ reasons.
Yeah.
Do we want to relabel the category to better represent what we ended up with? Again, must play, sooner than later, backlogged, skippable, and high guard.
I think the only thing would be backlogged, because I think it can be interpreted different ways. Because I think we're saying play it sooner than later. You're saying it's must play. You're saying it's skippable. We're saying backlog it. I guess that makes sense in some regard. I don't know what else to call it. Do you have any?
We're flipping later than sooner. Flip flopping them around. No, it's
kind of funny. I like that. You must play or you must skip. It's a sooner than later or a later than sooner. I like that, actually. Yes.
Done, bam, boom, and then high guard.
Because I would still say play Find Your Words, but maybe you can wait. That's better than backlogged.
Fair enough. Fair. I like it.
And I like high guard at the end there.
Catcher can't play this. Never forget. I liked high guard. I stand by it. That was a fun time. I was playing that on my own free will before it closed. I was having it. But I'm bad with
I only played it because someone forced me.
You're lucky I didn't get you into X Defiant. Would have been killing that game.
Yeah, I never did. Didn't sell me hard enough on the Assassin's Creed stuff. If you did, I could have got in it. I like it.
Yeah, our list. A decent lineup for halfway through the year.
And we're not playing all the big stuff so far. I think we didn't touch Requiem. There's a couple big games that we haven't touched. But yeah, this is good.
And stuff
I'm still working through 007.
Yeah.
I could see that making this list and being higher up than not, but still working on that.
Yeah. 007, I almost put it on here, but I didn't think you had enough time yet to fully put a
agree, yeah, exactly.
Thing on, so there's definitely again, that's what I mentioned last week, one I want to jump into, try out. But time will tell, finances will tell.
Yeah, see, I got Pragmata is still one I want to do. There's one other I thought. Or maybe I'm thinking of Beast of Reincarnation, which is coming out soon.
The end of the month, right?
Or I guess a couple weeks. August 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of, but yeah.
I was like, yeah, Control, Resident, Final Fantasy Resonance as well.
Oh yeah, farther down the one. Yeah, I'm something with the Resonance this year, man. That's cool. I didn't think we'd get 2 games with Resonance going on, but can't wait for Control. Just kind of, it's like I don't even need to think about it. One day I'll just have it, and that's all I need. I don't. That's it. That's it. It's great. But yeah, Final Fantasy working on Octopath Traveler 0. And that's getting me really. I'm excited for Final Fantasy. It's a game like that, man, crazy.
This has been our list ranking of our 2026 games so far. Let us know where you disagree. Uncharted, must play? Nah, get out of here. We're not about it. Let us know what you have been playing this year as well before we get back to our regular scheduled programming next week, Saturday. Before we take another break, because the week after I will be out of town at SummerSlam in Minneapolis.
Is that August 1st?
1st and 2nd. It's
August 1st, I will be joining United We Nerd to talk Destiny. So that somehow works out perfectly.
Absolutely perfect. So yeah, when I'm
that's crazy
out supporting Saudi Arabia, go check out United We go check out United We Nerd for Destiny stuff with Kyle. Fun.
They asked to do a roundtable discussion on Destiny 2, and we've had to wait because things just kept happening with Bungie. But now I think we're far enough removed. So
I would say you got 2 more weeks for more shit to happen. We'll see, but
by that point it might be fully done. You know, the whole studio might be shut down, so we can really put a pin in that. I doubt that, but still crazy.
Destiny 2 is added onto the list. I actually can't play it now. Never mind.
That would be insane. I still think it's crazy that we got Call of Duty, or we got Grand Theft Auto. We got all of Destiny 1 and 2 before we got Grand Theft Auto 6. It's just crazy to me. Get the whole life cycle of a whole franchise, 10+ years, and we still didn't get G2. Crazy.
Perfect. Till next time. Next week, same time, same place. Follow us on the socials, download Q, all major streaming platforms, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen and get your ear holes filled, we will be there. Drop us a like, comment, follow, share. Happy gaming. Be good to each other. Till next time.